Okay guys, so now that we have finished our lesson on input, output, or what's called function tables, I'm going to show you what you're going to do on the next page of your notebook. So you're going to need two sheets, and one of them looks like this. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut along this line. And then of course this says you can throw this section away. And then what you're going to do whenever you finish with that is you're going to have a piece of paper that looks like this. And so you see what I have done is I have folded it like this. If you fold it the other way, it's not a big deal, but it's going to make a 4-part foldable. And you're going to want to keep that. And then the other sheet that you're going to get is going to look like this. So what you're going to want to do with those is to cut all of those apart, and you're going to have a big stack that looks like this. So we're going to start with this foldable, and what you're going to do is you're going to take each function or each function that you are given, and you are going to make a function table for that particular given function. So if I choose this one, y equals x squared, I'm going to open that flap, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a function chart. So we have to have an x and we have to have a y. And my function is my y is equal to my x squared. So now I'm just going to choose some numbers to be my x's. So the first number I'm going to choose is maybe like a 1. And if I have 1 squared, then over here that means 1 times 1, so that gives me a 1. So the y function, or the y output that matches that x input, is a 1. Choose another number, let's say 2. That means 2 times 2, which is 4, so my y output is 4. And then I'm going to choose another one, so let's say 3. I just like to keep it easy. So 3 times 3 is of course 9, because I'm doing x times x. And I want you to choose one more. So each function table should have 4 inputs and 4 outputs. So this one would be 4 times 4, which would be 16, and so my output for that one would be 16. Now, you don't have to choose 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can choose any number that you wish, keeping in mind that some of these will get larger, and some of them may also give you negatives if you're not careful. So you're going to do that with each of those. You have 4 functions to do. Y equals 4x minus 2. Remember what 4x means. It means 4 times whatever x is, and then you subtract 2. Don't forget your order of operations. And then this one says y is equal to your x divided by 6. And then your final one says y is equal to 5 times x divided by 2. When you finish with this activity, you're going to glue it at the very top of your page. So you'll notice that mine is at the very top. Then you're going to take these 4 function tables, and you're only going to have room for 3 of them. So you need to choose any 3 that you would like. You notice I only have room for 3 of mine. I just randomly chose 3. It doesn't matter which 3 you choose. And then what you're going to do is you're going to try to identify what is the function rule that provides this x that matches this y. Remember, we look across the x to the y. We're not jumping from 3 to 4 here. We're trying to get from 3 to 12. So I try to figure out how I can get from 3 to 12, and you might remember that we talked about, well, that could be a plus 9. And if that's the rule, then this plus 9 has to also equal whatever this number is. I could also say, oh, well, 3 times 4 gives me 12. So I'm trying to test to see which one is the correct function rule. When I find the correct function rule, let's say that I think it's x plus 4 or 4 plus x, I'm going to glue it with it, and you may have to cut it a little bit to make it fit into your notebook. You will notice that you have some extras that are not going to be used, so keep that in mind. When you're finished, you should have a notebook that has a foldable at the top, and you should have 3 of your chosen functions at the bottom, and then the matching function rule that goes with each one. Thank you.